This is a question that it varies from state to state and market to market. There's two ways to price out a kitchen, and you want to check with your local contractor to see how they actually price out and arrive to the price that they did. The first way is flat rate pricing, or a bulk price, a price that they give you for the entire scope work that you present at the time of an estimate. The next one is time and materials. There are pros and cons to both avenues of pricing a job. Time and materials is a formula that you can follow to price up pretty much any construction job, but for a kitchen, it's composed of building materials, finished materials, labor, specialty labor such as electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and then you have the logistical costs that are associated with that. So you have the cost of trash, which is your dumpsters, the cost to drop a dumpster, pull a dumpster, the weight of the dumpster, which is what accounts for the cost of a dumpster, cost of permitting, cost of pushing a project through zoning if it needs to go through zoning, especially if there's structural walls involved, removing or adding. There's a variety of ways that could contribute to the cost of a kitchen, which is why you want to ultimately connect with a local contractor that will review the scope work with you, analyze your wants and needs, and put a financial picture that is aligned with the type and caliber of materials that you're trying to install. Kitchens can range very greatly. I work particularly in urban areas, so that's the greater New York City area and New York City and greater Boston, Massachusetts. I'll tell you that a kitchen can range very greatly, again, depending on the caliber of materials. If we're looking at a typical Home Depot or Lowe's type cabinets with the affiliated granite countertops and basic backsplashes that are under $10 a square foot, then you could range from $30,000 to $60,000 for a particular kitchen of that caliber. If you're dealing in the high-end space, which is my space that I work in, the type of construction that I do, it can easily range from the $80,000 mark to $150,000 or more mark for homes under 5,000 square feet. If you have a home that you're working on that is over 5,000 square feet, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 square feet, easily you can go from $300,000 to $1 million plus. And again, all because it depends on the caliber of materials that you're dealing with and the type of installation that you're working with. The reason why is, for example, if you're dealing with multiple types of tile applications for a kitchen floor or a kitchen backsplash, meaning you're using 1, 2, maybe 3 types of tiles and using an orientation that is different than a staggered or a square orientation, then it's going to be a lot of time involved, which is why it costs a lot more money. Also, more square footage means more work to execute on, which means more money. But for your average kitchen, I would say $30,000 to $60,000 is a fair number for urban markets on the East Coast, of which I work on. But again, check with your local contractor, see the type of way that they price out their kitchen, and then ultimately decide which is the avenue that you want to take. The reason why you may want to go with time and materials is because usually customers don't always know what they want at the very beginning of a job when they're talking about it. While construction is in process, this almost always happens where a customer might want to add or change scope work. These are known as change orders in the flat rate world, or in time and materials, it would simply be the added time and materials to the project, and that would just get added to the end of the project cost. So again, figure out what your wants and needs are, what your particular style is, and then align that with the best formula and the contractor that uses that formula to determine the best price and time that you would want on your project.